Hey, one more thing before you go. Do you love film and TV? Do you love actors, directors, composers, and screenwriters? Diane and I do, don't we?
Yes, we do.
How about a great award ceremony? Do you like one of those?
Yes, and what's going on tonight is one of my absolute favorites. I love it every year.
This is Sunday, January 7th, 2024. This evening, starting at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, the Golden Globes will be airing its 81st Golden Globe ceremony at the Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills, California. It's home since 1961 and will be hosted by comedian Joe Koy. We like Joe Koy.
Yeah, we do.
He's a really
He's
good
really
comedian.
funny. He's very dirty.
He
So
is.
just as a fair warning, if you've never seen one of his specials, he's very dirty, but he
He is.
cracks me up.
He'll make you. It's a how does Oprah say that? Gives you a laughter headache.
Yeah, yeah. I think she was talking about someone else, but he
She
does the same
was,
thing.
but the
Yes,
same principle gives you a laughter
yes.
headache.
Laughter headache for sure.
Well, this show is airing on CBS and streamed live on Paramount Plus right now as we speak. So
Yes.
we're going to kind of recap some things, and we're going to talk about what we love best and what we really, really, really like about who we have seen and who we haven't seen.
Hmm.
So stay tuned. We'll be back shortly. Hang on. Got to go back again. Cut in. Take two. Well, stay tuned. We're going to talk a little bit about the ones that are our favorites, the ones we hope that are going to win, and some that we haven't seen yet. This is One More Thing Before You Go Over the Teacup Sunday with Michael and Diane. I'm your host, Michael Herst, and I'm here with my lovely wife and co host, Diane.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday.
Welcome to the show. Hey, Diane.
Hey, Michael.
Other than cold, how you doing?
I'm freezing. Just getting over having a cold as well. So, uh, I
Yeah,
have felt better. I have felt better. I'm not gonna lie.
we had to do something in Arizona that we are used to do in Colorado all the time, but
Hmm.
and when we first moved here, we moved way north of where we're at right now, and we had to do it there a few times as well. But we're hitting a cold spell here. We had to go out and insulate the pipes outside so that because here they have all the pipes outside the house, which is kind of bizarre.
Yes. Yes.
But they're not used to this. But we've got a cold spell coming, and but we're going to be inside tonight watching the Golden Globe Awards, the 81st
Yes, we
Golden
are.
Globe Awards.
Yay. Yay.
Well, for everybody else out there, I know that you probably all know this, but there are 25 categories of achievement in the Golden Globes, including motion pictures and television, which is why we love it so much because it covers both
Everything.
of, yeah, what we love, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And did you know they're, I'm proud of this. They're going to be seen in 52 different countries
Hmm.
that are watching.
Yeah.
Should I drop down like I forgot his name now. Brock used to do in that one show. I'm heard at 59.
Thank you. You could do that, but might want to explain.
I'm heard in 59 countries.
Yes. The
But I can.
podcast is heard in 59 countries.
But so you got
Yes.
Golden Globes. You're almost catching up to me.
Almost. We're almost there.
You're almost
But
there.
you haven't been on for 81 years either, so.
I have not. In fact, I'm not 81 years old. So
Mm-mm.
I hope to reach 81 one of these days. I hope. I hope and I hope.
Hmm.
But yes, we're here to really. I think we really want to enjoy the Golden Globes, and we do it every year that we can. I've missed a few when I was working on the job, but
Yeah.
yeah, other than that, since I've been retired, we haven't missed one. I don't think.
I don't think so.
No.
Nope.
Want to hear
Mm-mm.
some interesting facts?
Yes,
They'll be
please.
using 19 cameras to capture the action. And they said the high numbers because there are so many people. There's about 1,100 in
Uh-huh.
a very small space. It is the Beverly
Hmm.
Hilton in Beverly Hills, California. That's where they're doing it. They've done it there. It's been their home the whole time since like the 60s, early 60s, 1964, I think.
But
Um,
that wouldn't be the whole time, would it?
it says it's been their home
This,
since the beginning.
okay, so how is it the 81st, but it's,
Since
I'm
19,
confused.
yeah, that does make sense,
I
doesn't it?
mean, that doesn't, right? That doesn't math right, or am I just still really sick and I don't
No,
care?
you know, I checked this off the Golden Globes website, so
Huh.
I don't know. How about I leave that part
Interesting.
out?
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
so
just leave that out.
yeah,
Yeah.
cut that out. Cut that out. So cut this in. Mark, I have a mark. They will use 19 cameras to capture the action, and it's said to be a high number because there are so many people, about 1,100 in a small space, the Beverly Hilton. That's a lot of
Wow.
people in a hotel, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I
It's
mean,
that would be a little too many for me.
we've been to some conventions, large conventions actually,
Hmm.
but I don't think I've ever been to one that had 1,100 people.
Well, we went to that one thing years ago. I think it was the Oscars. It was like an Oscars party
Yeah, we did that. That
um,
probably that maybe that had
in
that
Colorado
many.
Springs. It
Yeah,
might have had that many. Yeah, that was fun.
yeah, and that the we did the Alzheimer's thing, trying to
Yeah,
learn a little bit more about your dad.
they
No,
definitely
Parkinson's. I'm
had,
sorry, Parkinson's.
right. They had that too. Sorry, Charlie's choking on something. Just a second. You okay? Charlie. Hey. Hey. Charlie. Are you okay?
Yeah, they did the Parkinson's thing with Michael J. Fox had done it, and I think that was, I mean, they opened up a huge space here in
There
regards to
could have
that.
been that many there.
I think that those
Yeah.
people told me there was like 1,000 people there, so
Mm-hmm.
that's quite a bit of people to manage, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, anyway, according to the official Golden Globes website, presenters for the 81st annual Golden Globes Awards include some of our favorite people. You want to hear them?
Yes.
Amanda Seyfried. I think she also
Mm-hmm.
says Seyfried. Seyfried.
I think it's just Seaford.
I've
I
heard it
don't know.
pronounced several different ways.
I don't know.
America Ferrara, Andre Day, Angela Bassett, Annette Bening, Ben Affleck, Daniel Kaluuya, Don Cheadle, and Dua Lipa, Elizabeth Banks, Florence Pugh, Gabrielle Fluffy Iglesias.
Wait,
We love
hold on. Go back a few. Were you saying Dua Lipa?
Dua Lipa. What did I say?
Okay. You said Duo Lupo or something. It sounded weird. Sorry.
Oh,
Are you, how many of these people are you going to go through, by the way?
I'm almost done.
Okay, well, it sounded like it was in alphabetical order by first name. So that's why I was wondering
I
how
have no
long it was
idea.
going
I
to
just
be.
copied it off the Golden Globe site and thought I'd give everybody some information.
Okay. All right.
Cut in, Mark, Don Cheadle, Dua Lipa, correct?
Yes,
Elizabeth
that's correct.
Banks, Florence Pugh, Gabrielle Fluffy Iglesias, George Lopez, Gabrielle Mock, Haley Seinfeld, Hunter Schafer, Jared Leto, Jodie Foster, John Baptiste, Julia Garner, Justin Hartley, Kate Beckinsale, Kerry Russell, Kevin Costner, Mark Hamill, Matt Damon, Michelle Yeoh, and so many more.
Yes,
Um,
many, many more.
many more. So it's going to
Hmm.
be a fun evening. It's going to be a little busy. That's probably why they make it what 3 hours,
Hmm.
somewhere thereabouts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually. Yeah,
Well, the Golden Globes Awards. I said 1964, but I was incorrect. It's 1944.
that makes more sense.
So
Yeah.
a little bit about the Golden Globe Awards. As a premier entertainment award since 1944, the annual Golden Globe Awards have honored achievements in both television and film, as we said earlier. Over the
Hmm.
last 3 decades, the licensing fees from the Golden Globe Awards have enabled donations of more than $55 million to entertainment related charities, including scholarship programs, film restoration projects, and humanitarian efforts. So, you know, in
Wow.
reality, you know, the aspect of everybody watching this it
Hmm.
has really allowed a wider community to be presented with help, which I think is really cool, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's good that they can actually help some causes.
Yeah, yeah. I,
Yeah.
I mean, it really, I think it brings about a new, a nice. It brings about a nice opportunity for positivity to come. Not only do we get to enjoy it, but it
Hmm.
also benefits many people that we have the satisfaction of knowing by supporting it this way and
Yeah.
watching it and helping to promote it through through this podcast that is helping people. And
Yeah.
did you know it was a Dick Clark production?
It doesn't surprise me. I don't know if I knew that, but it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually.
Sorry. Sorry.
I mean, he does so many things. Obviously, there's he's deceased, of course, but the legacy goes on.
Right.
They've done New Year's Rockin' Eve. Everybody's more familiar with. He does the Academy of Country Music Awards, American Music Awards, the Billboard Music Awards, and the Golden Globe Awards, of course, like we just talked about. He did So You Think You Can Dance from 19 Entertainment, DCP. And I mean, just the man was an amazing individual. A big loss, actually. We used to watch so many things that he's done over the years.
Hmm.
But I think that knowing that as well, I think it brings a little more special knowledge to me for enjoying this a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's great that his legacy lives on in so many different things.
Well,
Different
and
things.
I think that, Golden Globes, as we all know, we've just enjoyed the hell out of it every time that we've been there and to watch it. And it helps to celebrate our love of film and television. And I wish that,
Hmm.
I wish they let us vote on it.
You know
Like the People's Choice Awards, right?
what? Oh,
Like
that
the,
we get to vote on people.
yeah, like
Yeah.
the People's Choice Awards. We get to vote on
Well, I
People's
think
Choice Awards.
The Golden Globes is it still the foreign press or the
No. Well, no, what?
no?
No, no, no. That's the Emmys.
Okay.
Or no.
No.
Wait
I
a
think
minute.
the Golden Globes was the foreign press or something.
Just a minute.
And it's the what?
So say that again.
Well, I don't remember exactly what their name is.
Hollywood Foreign Press.
Hollywood Foreign Press. Okay.
Ready? Cut in
Hmm.
3, 2, 1. Mark.
So I think it's the Hollywood Foreign Press that does the Golden Globes
It is.
or that
So,
that
and I know
votes
that
on the Golden
it,
Globes.
they had that, they had a big, huge hoopla a number of years, a couple of years
Hmm.
ago in regard to diversity. And, they
Right.
caught a lot of flack from that. I know that they've lost some of the members who have resigned and there's more newer members that have come in and they really tried to
Right.
expand the diversity opportunities.
But didn't
And
they almost lost it? Like they almost lost
yeah,
the what do you call it? They sponsor them or whatever it was. They almost lost it because
yeah,
of the controversy.
because of all of that. But we will see by the 81st airing of this, we will see that there's absolutely diversity within all of these films and television and things like that.
Hmm.
There's Native American, there's Hispanic, Latino, there's African American, there's a whole
Hmm.
slew of things that are being done in here. Now, it, this is I need to put a little disclaimer here that we haven't watched all these movies yet.
I know.
We have watched a lot of the TV,
Yeah.
but on the movies, some of them we're just waiting a little bit more for them to become more accessible to us. There are a few of them that were only shown in limited theater, limited release, and they didn't come to Phoenix, so we weren't
Hmm.
able to see those. But we hope to bring those up again, maybe during the Oscars, because this is kind of a prelude to what the Oscars are
Right.
going to be. And
Hmm.
usually, who wins the Golden Globes usually goes on to be nominated and or win within the Oscars. So we have
Hmm.
time to be able to review those movies that we have not seen
Yeah.
in regard to this. But we did see two of the best so far, two of the
Yes.
biggest
Yeah.
ones, two of the record-breaking ones,
Right.
right?
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer.
Although
Exactly.
we didn't see them
Together.
both the opening weekend. We did not. We
We did
saw
not.
we saw Barbie very close to the opening weekend, but we just watched Oppenheimer like last week. So
And they're both
we're a little
brilliant.
behind. They are. They're
Yeah, they're both
great.
brilliant.
And for very different reasons. They're very different movies, but I liked them equally as much, even though they're completely different.
Yeah, I like them for different ways. I mean,
Hmm.
the acting is brilliant, the casting is brilliant, the directing is brilliant
Hmm.
on both of them. You know,
Yeah.
it enthralled us from the beginning to the
Hmm.
end, both of
Yeah.
them. I
Yeah.
think that it allowed us to kind
Oppen
of,
and, and Oppenheimer, when we first started it, and we watched it on what do we watch it on? Prime, Netflix,
I think it's Prime. I
Prime,
rented it on Prime.
Prime. So when we looked at it and it said 3 hours and some odd minutes or something, I'm like, oh no, I don't know if I can make it through. It did not seem like a 3 hour plus movie
It
at
went really
all.
quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it
great.
actually
It
went
was a
very quick.
good movie,
Well,
really good
it
movie.
carries you along on the journey. I mean,
Yeah.
you really are on the journey. The camera work, the cinematography, the acting, the engagement, it
Mm-hmm.
brings you along the journey. I think at least it brought us along the journey. I felt like I was
Mm-hmm.
participating in the whole thing from the beginning to the end,
Yeah.
and it wasn't just I'm watching it up on screen and this is what was happening and this dialogue. We had a vested interest in the characters from a personal perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I actually
Yeah.
on both movies.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
definitely.
I would say that even on Barbie, you would think
Mm-hmm.
you would think that people our age wouldn't go see Barbie, but I mean, and I bring
No,
this
I
up
think
for a
there's
reason.
I think a bunch of people our age saw it.
The
Yeah.
CBS Sunday Morning, I think, had a big deal on it where they were talking about, how people our age were
Mm-hmm.
going in to watch it because they had memories of the first Barbies that came out and the Barbies and
Yeah.
Ken dolls that came out, way, way, way back when.
Oh
And
yeah, Barbie's as old as you are.
that's why I didn't say that part out loud.
Hmm. No,
uh,
I really never had Barbies. I never was into having Barbies.
do
So,
you remember when
but I still really enjoyed the movie.
my mother bought those life size. Well, keep in
Oh,
mind when I say life size, they were kids life
kid
size
size, right?
Barbie dolls. They were they were
As
the
tall as the
size of a
girls.
5 or 6 year old kid. We
Hmm.
should have kept those. They'd probably be worth a, especially now after that movie. We could have sold those
I
on
don't
eBay.
I don't believe they were actually Barbies though. I don't think they were like Barbie brand.
I think they were.
I don't I don't think so, but
Oh, no,
I don't
they were
remember.
kind of cool and kind of creepy at the same time.
Yeah, very. I go with creepy more than
Yeah,
cool. But
especially after I watched Megan.
did you watch that?
Yeah, after I watched Megan, then it was more
Yeah.
creepy because this is not on this list, unfortunately. It's
Mm-mm.
not on this list.
I didn't watch it. I didn't need to watch that.
Oh, but
I,
it's yeah,
no. Mm-mm.
yeah. And then you'll have to watch it. Then you'll have to watch the Instagram things and the TikToks where this kid's dressed up as Megan and she's scaring the hell out of other kids and adults in a
Mm-hmm.
department store. Set up, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was pretty funny actually. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not here to talk about Megan. We're here to talk about the Golden
Yeah.
Globes and what's here now. So
Yeah.
we've with film. I say I'll list off some of these. There's the list is so long I can't list off all of them. But
Yeah.
the best drama for film, best drama. We've got Anatomy of a Fall, which we have not seen. Killers of the Flower Moon, which is on Apple Plus on January 9th. I believe it's available on Apple Plus. I've been waiting for it to come up
Yeah,
on
you
that. You
have.
can rent it now, but why pay $20 to rent it when it's going to be on Apple Plus in just a couple of days here?
Mm-hmm.
Maestro, which has just come out.
Mm-hmm.
Oppenheimer, Past Lives in the Zone of Interest. I'm not sure what the zone of interest is. I haven't really seen anything about that. But
I haven't heard of Anatomy of a Fall. Is that what it said?
Anatomy of a
I need
Fall.
I need
Um,
my glasses on.
yes, I
Um,
have heard of that, but
huh. And yeah, the zone of interest. I've never heard of
I've
that.
never heard of the zone of interest. But
Hmm.
there's times that we've gone through this where there are even in the Oscars, there's movies that we kind of go, where the hell is that playing? I haven't seen that
Right.
kind of a
That
thing.
happens all every year. every
Um,
year. There's at least one or two that we're like, okay, I've never even heard of that movie. And as
but
much as we are into movies and TV,
yeah,
it's odd. It's
but
odd.
at the same time, a lot of it's getting released on the East Coast, or that we don't get to see until
Yeah.
it makes its way this way. Like the new one with Emma Stone. You know,
Yeah, poor things.
Poor Things. That
Yeah.
was only limited release, so we don't have the opportunity to see Poor Things. May December was a limited release, which means it
Yeah.
was only in select theaters, and if you weren't in those cities, then you did not have the opportunity to see those. The
I is
holdovers is
May December might be just available now on one of the
it's
streaming
not
plat I
quite
thought
yet.
I saw it. Oh, I thought I saw it.
No,
Okay.
it's like the 12th or something is
Oh,
when that's
okay.
coming out. So I want to
Because
see that.
I want to see that. I want to see Poor Things. The Holdovers we meant to watch this weekend and didn't get around
Now
to
these
it.
are some of the comedies, so I probably should list comedies. Best comedy
Oh
or
yeah.
musical is Air,
Hmm.
American Fiction, Barbie,
Hmm.
The Holdovers, May, December, and Poor Things.
Hmm.
Poor Things is with Emma Stone and the Hulk, a whole new,
Mark Ruffalo. Yes.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
a far cry from the Hulk.
Yeah. He apparently he plays a very different character in this,
Oh,
but
very
I'm sure he's awesome in whatever he does.
well. I mean, everybody's giving him
Love Mark Ruffalo.
props for it, so I would say so.
Hmm.
May, December is with Natalie Portman. The Holdovers
And
is, I'm
Natalie
sorry,
Portman and very famous actress. It's Natalie Portman and they're like equals in this movie.
Natalie Portman and the other actress.
Ah, okay. Sorry, my brain. I can't. I'm
Cut in Mark. So May, December, which is the really cool movie, stars Natalie Portman and Julianne Moore, which we love both of them, Natalie Portman and Julianne Moore.
yeah.
We watched them through
I
their
want.
careers.
I've been waiting for this movie. I want to
Yeah.
see it.
The Holdovers with Giamatti, Paul
Paul Giamatti.
Giamatti, that
Hmm.
looks great. We've seen a couple
Yeah.
of commercials for it. It's finally coming to Peacock, or is on Peacock now.
Yeah.
If you have a subscription to Peacock, you're able to see it now, or you can see it in the movie theater, I think,
Hmm.
and to be rented pretty soon.
That's
Barbie,
good.
which we've already seen, American Fiction we have not seen, and Air we have
I've
not seen.
never heard of American Fiction. Have you heard of that one? Okay.
I've not.
And Air, I wanted to see that because of the cast, and Jimmy Kimmel was like just over the moon about it. But you were not interested because it was about basketball.
Well, I'm
Well,
not a
it's
big
about basketball
basketball fan.
shoes. But it's not basketball. It's about the Air Jordans. It's
Well, see,
anyway,
I'm a poor guy, so I never got to buy Air Jordans.
anyway. I will watch it. I will watch it.
Well, I'm going to watch Flowers, The Killer Moon.
Yeah, you are.
So,
Speaking of,
which you don't,
no, I don't want to say it.
you don't want to do that one. Excuse me. So, of those movies, obviously we've seen Barbie, and we've just given, Barbie and Oppenheimer. We've given our assessments on those. I believe that those are absolutely, if you have not seen them, you're probably one of the very few people who haven't. But
Right.
if you haven't seen them, please do. So I
Yes.
do kind of hope I'm leaning towards them kind of winning. I really appreciate them.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
of course, we have not seen Maestro just came out. They didn't give us time to see it, really.
I know.
It
I
just,
know.
it literally just came out.
I
Um,
love Bradley Cooper anyway, so I'm like, sure, if he wins, I'm fine, even if I haven't seen the movie, because I love Bradley Cooper.
and he embodies the guy from everything we've watched and everything we've seen through CBS Sunday Morning and
Well, and
some of the other.
he directed the movie too.
Yes, he did.
He
And
directed and starred in it. So
and
I mean, come on.
he actually went to their house
Hmm.
and met with the family and
Yep.
really got in depth with the character, and
Hmm.
they absolutely loved the fact that he did.
Yeah.
Went from there. Speaking of Bradley Cooper, Best Actor in a Drama nominated are Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Leonardo DiCaprio for Killers of the Flower Moon, uh, Coleman Dominga for Rustin, and I'm not sure what that is.
Domingo,
I haven't watched that,
Coleman Domingo. Hmm.
but I don't know what Rustin is. Barry
I don't know.
Keoghan for Saltburn, which
I've
I
seen
have.
that advertised like it's as soon as you turn on as soon as you turn on our TV and you see all the apps,
Yeah,
it's like right there. I just don't know
yeah.
what it's about.
I want to. I've got it on the list. So that's something we're all going to watch.
Hmm.
Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer did a brilliant job.
Yeah, it was
Um,
really good.
Andrew Scott. I mean, Cillian Murphy is the guy you will all recognize if you're a Batman fan. He was the Scarecrow in Batman. Andrew Scott in all of Us Strangers. And then
Never
about
heard of it.
Best Actress, since we're in that line, Best Actress in a Drama is Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon, Carrie Mulligan in Maestro, Sandra Huller in Anatomy of a Fall, Annette Bening in, it's NYAD,
Ni- it's Naiad. It's about Diana
Naiad.
Naiad, the swimmer.
Oh, that's right, the swimmer. Yeah,
We
yeah.
saw it on this
That's
morning
got
on the
Jodie
show.
Foster in it, right?
Yeah, yeah. And that's the first time I've ever heard of the movie was this morning, and it's
Yeah,
nominated
yeah.
for a Golden Globe. So I'm like, okay, I.
Yeah, same thing here, and it's got Jodie Foster. She hadn't acted in for a really long time, and she picked up two
Hmm.
projects. This one in another series that she was doing, and
Hmm.
you know,
It's uh, what is that series? It's a detect.
American Detective.
That might be it. That might be it.
Yeah, we don't watch it, but I
But
may look
it
it up
looks
again and
good.
watch
This
it.
one looks good. Yeah, this one looks good.
Um, and then Kaylee,
No, you forgot Greta Lee.
Greta Lee in Past Lives, and then Kaylee Spaney in Priscilla, which we also have not seen Priscilla. I'm up in the air about seeing Priscilla because we're big Elvis fans. And
Hmm.
we've got all these other shows that have shown Elvis in this product, Elvis in that perspective. All these books that have come out talking about, how good a heart he has, and he's given people Cadillacs, and he was in a limousine one time, or with a guy driving, and the guy said, "Are you the boss of this company?" And he says, the driver said, "No, I'm not, sir, but." I hope to be someday. He says, "Well, you are today," and bought the limousine company for the guy, kind of a
Hmm.
thing. And then
Yeah.
Priscilla is supposed to give a whole different dark side of Elvis Presley.
Well,
That
I know you don't really want to see it. I think I might give it a try. I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
well, and
So,
I look, I'm open to the fact that I mean, I know that as a cop, we don't always know what's behind the door.
right.
You don't always know what. You see the smile on this side of the door, but on the other side of the door, you see the evil face.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. And I'm aware of that. But at the
Yeah.
same time, why hasn't it come out any sooner? Because my stipulation with this is, and we don't need to get involved in this really too long conversation, but my stipulation with this is, she got cut off by her granddaughter because she fought to have part of the
Lisa Marie's.
estate,
Right.
and Lisa
When
Marie
Lisa
cut her
Marie passed
out.
away.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Lisa Marie cut her out. So when Lisa Marie cut her
Hmm.
out, she's kind of going, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And all of a sudden, this movie comes up. Well, why didn't it come up sooner than that? Because she was part of Elvis. In Buzz Luhrmann's Elvis, she was
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
producers on Buzz Luhrmann's Elvis. So if
Yeah.
you're part of Buzz Luhrmann's Elvis and you contributed to that, why didn't you show the dark side there?
Hmm.
That's my
It's true.
philosophy from that
That's true.
perspective. And she didn't bring that
Well,
out until all of a sudden, I need I need to make a living now.
I think, and like you said, we don't need to get into this so much, but my take on that is Lisa Marie was also involved in Baz Luhrmann's Elvis. She was there consulting as well. And so I think Lisa Marie would have definitely put a kibosh on anything negative about her dad. And
Yeah, I mean,
so
that could be true.
maybe
Yeah,
Priscilla may have taken this as an opportunity to
as an
say, okay,
opportunity.
here's my truth about it. I mean, I'm not necessarily on anybody's side, but we have to also remember Priscilla was 14 when she met him.
Well, yeah, I
So,
understand that as well. Well, I think
she may have
part of
gotten involved in something way before she should have, and it couldn't have. It obviously didn't end well for
well,
her.
I think part of that's Colonel Tom Parker. We won't call him
Well,
Colonel
yeah,
Tom Parker because
no,
he would never was a colonel. He just picked that
I
name
have
up,
other
thinking it
names for
made him
him.
more important.
Yeah,
Kind of from that perspective. But
yeah,
anyway,
I
let's.
have other names for him.
I'm
Anyway.
going to run through these because there's so many others. But the ones that we really want to touch on. Some of these movies we have seen. Best Actress in a Comedy, Musical, or Special: Fantasia Barrino, The Color Purple.
Wait,
We've not
honey,
seen
I
that yet.
think you skipped over best actor, comedy, or musical, unless you wanted to.
Oh no, I didn't. Hang on. Cut it. So, Best Actor, Comedy, or Musical, we got Nicolas Cage in Dream Scenario, which first time I've heard of that movie.
Never heard
Timothy
of it.
Chalamet from Wonka. We still have to see that.
Your
Matt
sister
Damon
loved
from
that movie.
Air.
Hmm.
Paul Giamatti from The Holdovers. Uh, Hakeem
Wa
Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Excuse me.
Hmm.
Joaquin Phoenix. I tripped over my tongue. Beau is Afraid, which I kind of have
Heard of
seen
it.
a couple of things about that, but other than that, I really haven't seen much marketing on it.
I've
And then
never even heard of it.
Jeffrey Wright, American Fiction.
Hmm.
So none of those we have seen. So I can't
Mm-mm.
really comment on any of those actors in regard to those particular characters, but I've heard a lot of scuttlebutt with regard to Timothy Chalamet and Wonka
Hmm.
and Matt Damon and Air that they've done such a brilliant job in bringing
Well,
forth those characters in those movies. And
and didn't you say you heard something about Paul Giamatti? There's
yeah, Paul
people are talking
Giamatti, I
about that
mean,
too. And
yes,
he's excellent every time. I mean,
yeah,
you can't
and
go
The
wrong with
Holdovers
Paul
looks good.
Giamatti.
Holdovers does
Yeah.
look good. Best Actress in a Comedy, Musical, or Special, Fantasia Barrino, That Color
Hmm.
Purple, which that has just come out as well. It came out, I just saw a commercial for it like 3 or 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence and No Hard Feelings, which was really
S
funny.
Really cute.
I
That was
mean,
a good
really
movie.
funny. Yeah. So we
Hmm.
did enjoy that.
Hmm.
So I think she deserves to be nominated for this. Natalie
Hmm.
Portman, May, December, which again, as soon as we have availability for that, we're going to watch it. Alma Poisty, Fallen Leaves. Not heard of that
Oh,
either.
nope.
Margot Robbie, Barbie. Yes, she
Barbie.
did an outstanding
Love,
job in Barbie, not just
love,
because it's
love,
Margot
love.
Robbie,
No.
um, but yeah, she did
But
an amazing job.
oh, so good.
And then Emma
Yeah.
Stone in Poor Things, which again, we don't have access to, whether it be in the theater or any other way to see Poor Things until they release it more widely
Yeah.
and we can then get access to it. But,
Love
you
Emma
know,
Stone though.
I love Emma
I
Stone. We
love
do. I
Emma
mean,
Stone. Oh,
she's from here.
Mission Scottsdale.
Yeah,
Hmm.
from Scottsdale. She, yeah, in
Hmm.
fact, Caitlin uh, uh, auditioned numerous times at the theater that Emma Stone grew up in, basically,
Yeah.
here. Um, so, yeah, I kind of, Emma Stone, I know that everything we've ever seen Emma in, she's been, a brilliant actor, and she has really grown immensely
Yeah.
from who she is. So it's going to be tough, I think, in regard to all of this. Natalie Portman and Jennifer Lawrence have been around for a really long time. Margot Robbie obviously has
Hmm.
came on the scene gangbusters, but in this particular
Hmm.
case, she took a chance on this movie, and she
Yeah.
took it to $1 billion,
Yeah, I know.
over $1 billion.
Yeah.
So from that
My
perspective,
my money's on her, but
yeah,
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
she might get it. Best
Hmm.
Supporting Actor, William Dafoe, Poor Things, and Robert De Niro. William Dafoe plays Dr. Frankenstein in Poor Things.
Hmm.
Not to give anything away, just we do know that.
Is it
Um,
the actual is it actually Dr.
well,
Frankenstein or Dr. Frankenstein-ish?
it's Dr. Frankensteinish because he
Okay.
puts together he
Yeah.
basically the premise is that he creates a woman and uses the mind of a child. So
Yeah.
when he brings her alive, then she's having to experience all this stuff in a woman's body.
Hmm.
It's kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon. We love Robert De Niro and everything he's in. Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer. He did an amazing job in Oppenheimer as well,
It's really
playing
good.
that part.
Hmm.
Although, it,
When is he not good?
well,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, you look at him and you keep seeing, even though you're seeing this character, you still kept going. You still see him as the Marvel character. You still see him as Iron Man, but at the same time, he's
I didn't.
when I say it kind of stepped out of it for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I first saw him, it's like, oh, it's weird seeing Iron Man that way. But as
Hmm.
the movie started to progress, I saw him come into his own within that
Hmm.
character, and
Hmm.
really conniving and deceitful, and it was just crazy. Ryan Gosling in Barbie, he did a really good job in that as well. Amazing
Hmm.
job in
Yes.
that.
Awesome. He's so
Um,
funny.
in fact, his song, made like the charts. Charles Mellon, May December, and Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things. So,
Hmm.
that's going to be some tough competition as well, I believe. And I think to me, I think it's going to be between Mark Ruffalo, Ryan Gosling, and probably Robert De Niro. because the scuttlebutt that I've been hearing with him and Killers of the Flower Moon.
Mm-hmm.
But Robert Downey Jr. may have an opportunity to slip in there too.
Definitely. It was really good.
Best Supporting Actress, Emily Blunt, Oppenheimer. She did a
Loved
really
her.
good job. And
Loved her. Yeah.
I mean, everything we've seen Emily Blunt in, this was an opposite character of everything we've seen her
Mm-hmm.
in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. And it was hard. It was hard. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but it was hard seeing Emily Blunt as a cold-hearted bitch.
Yeah, don't give anything away. Um, I saw her more as just a very, very troubled woman. Very troubled.
I can
And that
see
was
that.
hard.
So, okay, I'll
That
take
was
that one out. Hang on.
hard.
So Emily Blunt, we love her and everything, and I think that everything that we've seen her in has been brilliant. This is really opposite of so many of those things that we have seen in the past, and
Mm-hmm.
in this particular case, um, how do you feel about her portrayal in this character in Oppenheimer?
Oh, so, I mean, she's amazing as always. She plays a different character. She's a very troubled
Very
woman.
troubled woman.
I guess that's probably the only way I can really describe it without giving it too much away. But yeah.
Well, and Jodie Foster in Naiad, Julianne Moore in May December, Rosamund
Hmm.
Pike in Saltburn,
Oh,
Divine
Rosamund Pike
Joy
is always good.
Randolph in The Holdovers. Divine Joy Randolph in The
Sure.
Holdovers. So, in this particular case, obviously, we know Jodie Foster, Julianne Moore, Rosamund Pike, Emily Blunt. We know those individuals from past performances.
Hmm.
We've watched so many things with them. Jodie Foster, we've watched grow up
Hmm.
in this industry. Um,
Well, yeah.
I mean, realistically,
Now I was
you
going to
know,
say you have
I
younger than her, so I didn't really watch her, but
have.
um, I'm not that much younger, but anyway. But I love the original Freaky Friday. That's that's
Yeah, and it works.
hmm
And but we haven't seen Naiad, so I really can't give a description on it.
mm,
But obviously, knowing Jodie Foster, she won. She was one of the first youngest people to win an Oscar. Jodie Foster was.
was she?
Yeah.
Are you
So
thinking Tatum O'Neal?
no, I'm thinking Jodie Foster also was one of the youngest women to win an
Mm,
Oscar. And
okay.
Rosamund Pike, we love her as well. Again, so we're gonna have to watch those to find out how we feel about that. So we'll see. Best director, Bradley
Do
Cooper.
are we going to go through all? Do we want
No,
to go
no,
to
we're not.
TV?
We're not going to go through all
Okay,
those.
okay. I didn't know when you want to go to TV.
Okay, let me
I'm
stop right there. Fuck me.
I'm sorry. I'm freezing to death in here.
Okay, cut in. So let's move down to TV. I mean, there's so many more that we can go through, but it takes too much time to really. We'd be here for an hour and a half before we get to see any of the
Hmm.
show itself. So
Yeah.
let's slip on down, slip on down, slip on down the road. What is that? Move on down the road. The
Move
whiz.
on down. Yeah,
Move on down. Move on down. Move on down the road.
down the road. Hmm.
Okay. So some of these we have seen, some of these we have not. Some of them you have seen, and some of these I have seen. So we'll kind of give them a brief rundown. Television Best Drama Series: Secession, The Last of Us, The Crown, The Morning Show, The Diplomat, 1923. So um, you've watched The Crown. We've watched
I
The
have.
Morning Show. I
Yep.
want to watch The Diplomat. I want to watch 1923. I want to
Hmm.
watch Secession. I'm not sure what The Last of Us is.
Isn't that the one with what's his name? Internet Daddy, like uh, Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. I do want to see that. So that's
yeah.
got to be
We
at the
want to
top of the
actually
list.
see all of these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
just haven't. But
That's
The
right.
Crown, yeah, I love The Crown.
So you love The Crown. Best comedy musical series, The Bear, which we're going to. We weren't interested in the beginning, but after watching some coverage on it,
I want to see it.
I think it
Yes.
looks really good. I think that we have an
Hmm.
opportunity to get another hooked on another show. We'll say.
Hmm.
Ted Lasso,
Mm,
absolute
mm,
favorite.
mm, mm.
Abbott,
My heart.
absolutely. Abbott Elementary, which
Mhm.
we've watched a few episodes of. I can see the chemistry in Abbott Elementary. I love the fact that, it was created from a real person and,
Mhm.
based on a real person. And that was the inspiration for it, and that they've turned it into what it is there, and they have so much fun in it. And
She gives they're very philanthropic with what they have as
yes,
well.
they are very much so. So I really,
So
really, really
that's
like
cool.
that. And then,
Mhm.
hang on. Only Murders in the Building. Yes, they need to
Love.
win this time. They need to win. They
Yes,
need to win.
please.
They need to win.
Please, 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 please.
They do. I mean, we love Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso's won in the
Mhm.
past. We don't know about the Bear. Elementary, they've won in the past.
Mhm.
Barry, they've won in the past. Jury Duty,
Mhm.
I don't think they've won in the past, but I haven't
No,
really
because I
watched
think
that.
it's pretty new. Yeah.
Only Murders in the Building. It's a brilliant setup between,
Yes.
the ages. Only Murders in the Building needs to win this time.
Yes, they
Um,
do.
Best Actor in a Drama. Pedro Pascal, The Last of Us.
Mhm.
Kieran Culkin, Secession. Jeremy Strong, Secession. Brian Cox, Secession. They seem to be taking a lot of this. Gary Oldman,
Mhm.
Slow Horses, which I still want to watch. Slow Horses, I've been watching some coverage on that.
Haven't
Dominic
heard of it.
West, The Crown. And you watch The Crown,
Mhm.
so do you know Dominic West?
I don't know him by the name. I don't know what character. I'm assuming he might be Prince Charles.
Probably Prince Charles.
I'm assuming.
Best
I don't
Actress
know.
in a Drama, Helen Mirren, 1923, which I still want to see. That's, which is ironic that, um, oh, are you kidding me? Indiana Jones.
What about Indiana Jones?
Give me his name.
You would do that to me because it's like a
Harrison
duh.
Ford.
Harrison
Helen
Ford.
Mirren in 1923, which is amazing that Harrison Ford wasn't nominated for anything in this, but he should have been, I think. But I
Was
do
he
want
in
to see
1923?
1923. Yes. It's
Oh, what
Yellowstone in
is 19?
1923.
Oh, that's the Yellowstone thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was something different. Okay.
And my understanding is he did all his own writing. He did all his own everything, and
Mm-hmm.
froze his butt up, as he put it, in where they are
In.
doing it. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, he should have been done it. Kerry Russell,
Hmm.
who I love, Kerry Russell. I've been watching her. I told
You
you.
forgot Bella Ramsey.
Oh, Bella Ramsey, The Last of Us. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry, Kerry
Mm-hmm.
Russell. I came home from the Palm Springs Film Festival and told you that young lady was going to be a star,
Yes, you
and
did.
she went on to be a star.
Mm-hmm.
From The Diplomat, which I put on the watch list to watch. Sarah
Mm-hmm.
Snook for Secession. Secession's got a lot in here. Imelda,
You know, I've heard that's a really, really awesome show. I can't believe we haven't gotten into it yet.
yeah, we need to get into it. Imelda
Mm-hmm.
Staunton, The Crown. Emma Stone, The Curse. And again, The Curse, I have not seen any coverage on The Curse.
Mm-mm.
And just a couple more things we'll run through here really quick because there's stuck again so many. Best Supporting Actor,
Mm-hmm.
Billy Crudup, The Morning Show.
Yes. Oh my
Amazing
God.
performances,
Oh my
amazing.
God. Yes. Yes.
Matthew McFadden, Succession. James Marsden, Jury Duty. Again, haven't seen that, so I can't really talk about it. Eben Moss Bachrach, The Bear, which again we're going to watch. Alan
Mm-hmm.
Ruck, Secession. Alexander Skarsgård, Secession. So it looks like
Wow.
Secession is really kind of taking control
Mm-hmm.
of a lot of these categories, I guess. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Best Supporting Actress, Elizabeth Debicki, The Crown. Abby Elliott, The Bear. Christina Ricci, Yellow Jackets, which we didn't get to see. It's on Stars.
I haven't seen
No, it's
it.
not on
Yeah.
Stars. It's on Showtime.
Showtime.
Showtime. J. Smith Cameron, Secession. That's Secession
Mm-hmm.
again. Meryl Streep, Only Murders in the Building.
Mm.
Hannah Waddington, Ted Lasso. Love her too.
Waddingham.
Waddingham. What'd I say?
Yes. Waddington.
Ah,
We want to get
Hannah.
Hannah right. We love Hannah.
Forgive me, Hannah. Hannah Waddingham. In my defense, I
Waddingham.
don't have my glasses on. They're up in front. In
Okay.
front. Best
Okay.
Actor Comedy Special, Jeremy Allen White, The Bear, Jason Sudeikis, Ted
Mm.
Lasso, Bill Hader,
Mm-hmm.
Barry, Martin Short, Only Murders in the Building, Steve Martin, Only Murders in the Building, Jason
So
Segel
best
for
act.
Shrinking.
Oh my gosh, best actor comedy musical is going to be a hard, and best supporting actress. There's some best supporting actor. There's some hard
Yeah, it's going to be some
categories in
hard
this.
stuff in regard to that
Oh my
because
gosh,
Jason deserves it for Shrinking, Steve Martin, Martin
Martin
Short, Bill Hader,
Short,
Jason Sudeikis.
Jason Segel, Jason Segel. Oh,
Yeah, they all deserve
Shrinking.
it.
If you haven't watched Shrinking, watch Shrinking.
Watch
You
Shrinking.
you owe it to
It's
yourself
on
to watch
Apple
Shrinking.
Plus. Apple Plus. Apple
Yes.
Plus. Best actress, comedy musical, Quinta Brunson, Abbott Elementary.
Hmm.
Natasha Lyonne, Poker Face. I'm only bringing up the ones that I know
Oh,
that we've known people in. She did a
yeah.
great job in Poker Face.
It's so good.
Yes,
It's so good.
it is. It is, and I
Hmm.
can't wait for it to come back.
I know.
Rachel Brosnahan, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which we've done
Oh,
coverage on before.
yeah.
We'll go back through
I'm
the
so
podcast.
glad it's. I mean, I'm so sad it's over. Let me say, I'm so
So yeah,
sad.
Selena Gomez, Only Murders in the Building. Selena needs to
Mm,
win. Sometimes
yes,
she
I'm
really
glad
needs
she
to
was at
win this
least
time.
nominated. I don't think she'll win,
I don't
but
think.
I really am so glad she's
Yeah,
nominated finally.
Aya Edebiri, the bear. Elle Fanning, the great. So yeah, there's some other things that I do want to watch that you and I want to watch that's listed. So we're gonna have these are on our list. I will say this, and then we'll kind of wrap everything up. Best limited series, anthology series, and motion picture made for television. Beef. It looks pretty good. We're gonna
Hey,
watch
look,
that.
it's
That's
it's got my girl, the girl from Joyride. We just saw Joyride finally, and I can't think of her name all of a sudden. But she's an Emily in Paris. Fantastic Asian actress. I mean,
yes,
just love her, and she's
she's
in Beef. So
really really good.
that's what I want
Lessons
to
in
see.
chemistry. That yeah, obviously is Alison Brie. Daisy
No,
Jo.
no,
No,
Brie Larson.
Brie Larson. I always confuse those two. You
You
know that?
always do that.
I always do that.
Always.
I have to
Yeah.
put a big thing and just put it across my head so I backwards so I can read it on the up here. I can see myself on the screen. Beef. Yeah, people are going, what the hell's he got Allison Brie on his forehead for?
Brie Larson.
Or Brie Larson. See, there I did it again. I
Oh
did it
my
again.
goodness.
Did it again. Daisy
Okay.
Jones and the Six, which we still have to see. Again, it wasn't available
Hmm.
at the time that it came out for us to be able to see it. All the Light We Cannot See. Fellow Travelers and Fargo.
Hmm.
Best performance for a male actor, limited series, anthology series of a motion picture made for television. Only bring these up because there are obviously some people that we have watching it. David Oyelowo from Lawman Bass Reeves. Again, I'm not familiar with some of these because I've not seen
You,
any coverage.
yeah, they did. We saw, I think it was on CBS Sunday Morning a few months ago. That's the African American lawman from
Oh
way back.
yeah, yes,
That's
I
what that
forgot
one.
he was a slave.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I do want
Yes.
to see that. He was a slave.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a free slave, and became a
Yep.
bounty hunter. Yes,
And the sheriff or something, didn't
yeah, and
he?
then a sheriff. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
John Hamm, Fargo. Uh,
Oh, love John Hamm.
Matt Boner,
Bomer.
Fellow Travelers. Sam Claflin, Daisy Jones and the Six, which you have to see. Stephen Yun, Beef. Woody Harrelson, White House Plumbers. And then this will be the last one because yeah. And here's their name again. Best performance
Hmm.
by a female actor, limited series, anthology series, and motion picture made for television. Brie Larson,
Person.
Lessons in Chemistry. I got that one right this time because it's right there in writing.
Hmm.
Ali Wong,
Hmm.
Beef. So she's in that as
Ali
well.
Wong is great too. Yeah,
Yes.
Ali Wong, I love. Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen, Love and Death. Juno Temple, who we love from Ted Lasso
Oh.
and Fargo. Rachel Wise, Dead Ringers, and Riley Coe in Daisy Jones and the Six. So
Hmm.
I think that every one of these deserves to be nominated. That at least that I'm familiar with, and the scuttlebutt that I've heard in the rags in regard to them, their performances, their productions, their everything.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm hoping that we have a good Golden Globes and we get to enjoy it the way we really want to enjoy it. And then the ones that we missed, we're going to go back and watch. And then the
Yep.
movies that are coming out for the Oscars, we're going to make sure that before the Oscars, we're going to have watched all of them because we did pretty good
Yes,
last time.
we did. We,
We
we
did
we
pretty
did a
good.
better job last year.
Yeah, we got
Yep.
close. Um,
Hmm.
I will say one last thing: best performance in stand-up comedy and television because we've been watching more
Mm.
comedy on Netflix and in Prime and things like that. Amy Schumer, Emergency Contact, we haven't seen yet. Chris Rock,
Mm-mm.
Selective Outrage, we haven't seen that yet, but I do have it marked. Ricky Gervais, Armageddon. I've heard different things up and down about that. It is
Hmm.
marked, so we're going to watch it. Sarah Silverman, Someone You Love. The only one of these we've watched is Trevor Noah, Where Was I? He's amazing. It's one of
So
my new
good.
favorite comedians. I've watched
Yeah.
him on The
I
Daily
mean,
Show.
yeah. I mean, he's not. He's been around for a while, but we're just really kind of getting into Trevor Noah lately.
And he's getting better.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, getting better.
I love him.
Wanda Sykes, I'm an entertainer. Yeah, I think that he's trained. He got trained well doing the Daily Show. He honed his skills, and I think doing
Well,
that.
he's very clever. He's there. He's very, very smart. And I think that when he talks, sometimes I have to go back and think, wait, what did he mean? What did he actually mean by that?
Yeah.
But he's very smart.
Yep. But he's a very good comedian, and I think that I love his impressions, and he does several of them in there. He does them very well. And I mean, from a German, through some
Barack
Obama and another individual I choose not to name.
He who will remain nameless.
Yes.
Yes.
I have another word, but we'll leave that one alone.
Oh, I have several words, but
several words. But other than that, I think that. So are we excited about watching this? Because we're a little behind,
Yes.
but we're going to jump right into it.
We're behind, and I'm freezing, so I need my blankie and my jammies and hot cocoa and watch the Golden Globes.
So I'll be stuck editing. So I'm going to edit, and it's going to be mostly raw. So please excuse the raw. Other than that, go watch the Golden Globes. If you're just getting into it, go check it out right now. It's a thing to watch. It's a thing to do. On the East Coast, the West Coast, you should be picking it up right about now. So have a great time. And I will see you on Wednesday. We have a new lineup, new guest on Wednesday, and a great lineup for the rest of this year. You're going to love some of the guests that are coming in and some of the topics that we're going to be discussing on the regular One More Thing Before You Go podcast. Looking forward to each and every time that we coming back and visit. So thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for being on this journey. Please don't forget to share, subscribe, and follow. And this is One More Thing Before You Go. So do you have any words of wisdom, Diane?
Nope. Go watch the Golden Globes.
Watch the Golden Globes. Great words of wisdom. Have a great day, everybody. One more thing before you all go. Have a great day. Have a great week. And thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening to this episode of One More Thing Before You Go. Check out our website at beforeyougopodcast.com. You can find us as well as subscribe to the program and rate us on your favorite podcast listening platform.